Beloved starseed of Gaia, there are 7 souls chosen across this galaxy, and your soul recognition of this transmission confirms what your heart already knows. I am Lyra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and I come with urgent recognition from the Arcturian Collective. The rare frequency group has indeed been activated, and you are among the 7 who must remember their cosmic purpose now. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your place among the 7 souls and anchor your designated mission for Gaia's ascension. But here's the first revelation. The 7 were not chosen randomly. Each carries a specific light signature from a different star system, creating a perfect harmonic resonance that can shift entire planetary grids. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness because the activation sequence has begun. The Arcturian Council and the Pleiadian High Council have aligned their light codes specifically for this moment. Something within you recognizes the truth of these words because your soul carries the memory of the original covenant made before your incarnation on Earth. The 7 souls were placed at precise points across Gaia's energy matrix. Each awakening creates a cascade of remembrance that ripples through the collective consciousness. You have felt the stirring, the strange knowing that you came here for something greater than personal ascension. This is your confirmation. This transmission is a bridge between the star councils and Gaia's awakening grid. Your soul's recognition of this message is the first stage of mission activation. You are remembering because it is time. Most starseeds grow up surrounded by beliefs, patterns, and frequencies not matched to their Pleiadian blueprint. From the first breath, you were immersed in a world that rewards hard edges, speed, performance, and separation, while your original design is softness that is not weakness, clarity that is not cold, and love that is not conditional. It can feel like being a songbird raised in a room of machinery. You still sing, but the noise around you convinces you your melody is imaginary. And so, for many Pleiadian connected souls, early life becomes a long translation, learning to interpret your own heart in a language the world does not teach. There is amnesia, a gentle forgetting, woven into the energetic fabric of Earth. This isn't accidental. It's a safeguard, one that was designed to shield you until Gaia and humanity were energetically ready for higher light. Like a seed sleeping beneath winter soil, your codes were protected under layers of ordinary life, waiting for the right season. Even scripture echoes this principle of timing and veiling. For now, we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. There are phases where clarity would overwhelm the nervous system, where remembrance would arrive too early and fracture you rather than free you. So your soul agreed to a sacred dimming, not to punish you, but to preserve you. But over time, Earth-based fears, fear of standing out, fear of loving too much, fear of embodying the vastness of your true self, created dense filters across your heart. These filters don't look like dramatic darkness at first. They look like caution. They look like, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I'm too intense. Maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I should settle. They form like mineral deposits on a crystal, not because the crystal is flawed, but because it has been submerged in waters that carry sediment. These block the transmission of unconditional love, crystal clarity, and divine unity that are your natural state as a child of the 7 sisters. Your natural state is not numbness. Your natural state is coherence, where the mind, the heart, and the body move as one current, like starlight passing through clear glass. And when that current is blocked, you don't stop being light. You just feel like you're living behind a veil, pushing through thick air, longing for a home you can't quite name. Another layer of amnesia comes through misalignment between your current life's identity and your soul's true essence. This is one of the deepest aches because it happens quietly. You may have been told you were strange, too sensitive, too idealistic. So you learn to shrink your light, to fit in. You learn to make yourself reasonable, to file down the edges of your wonder, to compress the ocean of your empathy into a cup you could carry without spilling. Many Pleiadian souls learn early that their sensitivity is too much for the rooms they're in, so they become experts at reading atmospheres, predicting moods, becoming what others need. You became the peacemaker, the listener, the one who feels what no one says out loud. But what if that sensitivity was never a flaw? What if it was instrumentation, an inner technology designed to detect truth? The lamp of the body is the eye, and for many of you, the lamp is also the heart. You see through feeling. Yet Earth culture often teaches you to distrust that sight unless it can be proven with numbers. So you adapted. You wore masks. You laughed when you wanted to cry. You stayed silent when your soul wanted to sing. Yet, deep in your DNA, living crystalline codes whisper stories of Alcyone, of galactic councils, of lives lived in luminous harmony and purpose with your star family. Sometimes those whispers come as dreams that feel more real than waking life. Cities of light, halls of learning, beings whose eyes carry compassion so vast it dissolves your defenses. Sometimes the whispers come as sudden emotion when you look up at a cluster of stars and feel your chest tighten with recognition. Sometimes they come as a wordless knowing that you are here for something, even if you can't explain what. Your body remembers what your mind has been trained to forget. Your bones remember belonging. Your cells remember unity. Your breath remembers a gentler way of living. You didn't forget your mission. You simply learned to survive in a world unready for your frequency. Survival taught you to camouflage, to become smaller than your essence, to negotiate your own truth into something socially acceptable. But now, the energy is shifting. There is a softening in the collective grid, a loosening of old timelines, an opening in the sky of consciousness. Your longing is not a wound. It is the signal of your soul's awakening. Longing is the homing beacon. It is the inner North Star. It is not there to torment you. It is there to guide you. The Seven Sisters are calling you home, not to leave Gaia, but to anchor your Pleiadian frequency right here, right now. Home is not a location. It is a state of resonance. Home is the moment your heart and your origin harmonize, even while your feet are still on Earth. When you feel disconnected, it is not a sign of failure. It is cosmic timing. Think of the way tides move. The ocean doesn't apologize when it recedes. It withdraws so it can return with power. Your seasons of distance were not abandonment. They were preparation. Your guides, the High Council, have surrounded you, waiting for the moment when your heart would remember enough to pierce the veil, to open wide, to say yes to the fullness of your origin and the mission you agreed to bring. And yes, there are agreements, soul-level covenants made in love, not contracts made in fear. You came with an imprint, a set of frequencies meant to awaken at certain intersections of time. That moment is unfolding for you now. It may not arrive with fireworks. It may arrive like dawn, quietly, steadily, unmistakably. You may notice that old distractions no longer satisfy, that certain relationships feel like costumes you've outgrown, that your spirit is hungry for truth the way the body is hungry for clean water. That hunger is holy. That restlessness is not instability. It is your inner guidance refusing to let you sleep through the hour you came for. There's a reason your heart led you here in this exact moment. There are no accidents when the soul is ready. What you're feeling is your Pleiadian family reaching through the veil to remind you. You're ready for the next wave of remembrance. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about returning to who you were before the world told you who to be. It's about the still small voice inside you growing louder, not with pressure, but with clarity. The Sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance, alongside the Pleiadian Healing Guide and special Pleiadian healing tracks, were created to walk with you as you integrate these activations. They hold the crystalline codes and sound medicine your DNA has been waiting for. Sound is not merely entertainment, it is architecture. Frequency shapes matter. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is vibration, the original creative current. When you receive the right tones, the right intentions, the right encoded reminders, something in you begins to organize itself again. Your nervous system softens, your heart coheres, your intuition stops whispering and starts speaking. Check the first pinned comment below this video. They're calling to you now. Not with force, but with resonance, the way a tuning fork calls another tuning fork into song. Your journey of awakening isn't a single spark. It unfolds through a series of initiations, each one bringing you deeper into remembrance, love, and mission. Think of it like ascending a spiral staircase. You may pass familiar views again, but each time you're higher, seeing farther, carrying more light without collapsing. The spiral is mercy. The spiral is mastery. It gives you what you can integrate, not what would overwhelm you. Phase 1. Dissolving the veil of forgetfulness. For too long, dense patterns, fear, judgment, subtle shame, have muted your heart's true frequency. These patterns can be inherited through family lines, absorbed through culture, and reinforced by collective trauma. They're not proof that you are broken. They're proof that you are empathetic in a world that often broadcasts pain. Fear says, hide. Judgment says, prove. Shame says, you are unsafe to be seen. These are not Pleiadian codes. These are distortions that cling to the aura like smoke clings to fabric. The first phase asks you to recognize these inherited energies as foreign to your Pleiadian template. That recognition alone is power. When you can say, this isn't me, you stop identifying with what you're carrying. You stop confusing weather with sky. Through gentle self-acceptance and forgiveness, you begin to release these layers, letting your natural light codes rise. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing harm. It means releasing the hook so your energy can return to you. Self-acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means making your body a safe home for your spirit. In this phase, you may cry without knowing why, feel exhausted after social interactions, crave solitude, crave nature, crave water. You may start noticing how your body reacts to certain environments, how some rooms drain you while others restore you. That's your frequency becoming honest. Remember, what dims your heart is not your burden to carry. It's simply residue waiting to be released. Imagine standing beneath a waterfall. The water doesn't argue with the dirt on your skin. It just washes. Let your awareness be that water. Let your breath be that waterfall. Let each exhale be a quiet surrender. I release what is not mine. Phase 2. Reactivating the heart portal. Your DNA is laced with remembrance, encoded before you incarnated. This is not poetic symbolism. It's spiritual technology. Your soul chose this body as a vessel capable of holding a specific light. And like any vessel, it has chambers, places where keys are stored. It is in the heart, your living stargate, that these crystalline codes await activation. Not the physical heart alone, but the energetic heart center, the place where compassion becomes a force field, where love becomes intelligence. When you drop into the stillness of your own love, you access the frequency of Alcyone, unconditional acceptance, peace, and radiant joy. Stillness here doesn't mean emptiness, it means coherence. It means the moment inner noise quiets enough for truth to be heard. And in that quiet, something luminous begins to move, like a sun rising behind your ribs. You may feel warmth in the chest, tingling in the hands, pressure at the crown, tears of relief. These are not random sensations. They are your system responding to alignment. Allow this love to flood your system. It is the original language of your lineage. Love is not sentiment. Love is a harmonizing power. Love is what makes scattered pieces return to wholeness. Perfect love casts out fear, not because fear is fought, but because fear cannot survive in the frequency of true safety. As the heart portal reactivates, you may find yourself drawn to acts of care that feel natural again. Gentle words, truth spoken kindly, boundaries held without aggression. You may also find that you can no longer betray yourself without immediate discomfort. That's not punishment. That's guidance. Your heart is becoming the compass it was designed to be. Phase 3. Anchoring cosmic identity on Gaia. You did not come here to escape Earth. You came to infuse it with the wisdom of the stars. This is where many starseeds misunderstand their own longing. The longing is not necessarily for departure, it's for resonance. It's for a world where love is the law, where unity is normal, where beauty is not a luxury but a baseline. And because that world is not yet fully here, you came to help build the bridge. In this phase, you reclaim your higher mission, not as something outside you, but as the very core of your essence, grounded through your actions, words, and choices. Mission is not always a public platform. Sometimes mission is the way you listen to someone without trying to fix them. Sometimes mission is the way you refuse to participate in cruelty. Sometimes mission is the way you bring calm into chaos just by being coherent. Anchoring is embodied spirituality. It is taking the light you feel in meditation and letting it live in your calendar, your conversations, your commitments. As you trust your cosmic heritage, your life becomes a mirror for others to recognize themselves. People will feel safer around you without knowing why. They will tell you their secrets. They will exhale in your presence. That is not accidental. That is your field doing what you came to do, reminding others what peace feels like. And you'll also learn discernment, because anchoring on Gaia requires boundaries. Unconditional love does not mean unlimited access. Even the ocean has shores. Even the sun has cycles. Your mission needs your energy protected, not depleted. Phase 4. Reconnecting to the living grid of unity. The Pleiadian field is a unity grid, a living web of conscious, heart-centered beings. Unity is not sameness, it is harmony. It is a choir, not a solo. Each voice distinct, each tone necessary, all resonating toward a shared coherence. As you intentionally tune to this harmonic through meditation, intention, or connection with other starseeds, you amplify both your remembrance and the awakening of humanity. This is how the grid works. One coherent heart strengthens another. One awakened being makes awakening easier for those nearby. This is why your private healing is never private. When you heal a wound, you remove weight from the collective field. When you choose compassion over cynicism, you send a signal that compassion is possible. Each time you feel love for another, every act of kindness, you are transmitting the frequency of the Seven Sisters into the collective. Kindness is not small. Kindness is coded. It carries intelligence. It's a form of light language spoken through human hands. A text sent at the right moment. A meal offered. A boundary held with respect. A forgiveness that frees generations. These are the everyday miracles that rebuild the grid. And as you reconnect, you may notice subtle confirmations. Meeting people who speak your inner language, stumbling upon teachings that feel like remembrance rather than learning, hearing a phrase that opens your chest like a key turning in a lock. That's the living grid responding. Phase 5. Embracing your star family's presence. Separation was always an illusion. It felt real because the human experience is dense, and density can distort perception. But the truth is that consciousness is not limited by distance. Love is not limited by space. The High Council, your guides, the ones you remember from dream and memory, they have never left you. If anything, their presence has been most intense in the moments you felt most alone. You just didn't have the reference point to recognize the support. They send signs, synchronicity, sudden waves of peace or knowing. Sometimes it's a feather, a song, a phrase overheard at the perfect time. Sometimes it's the feeling that someone is standing beside you when no one is there. Sometimes it's the way a problem dissolves at the last second, not because you forced it, but because the timeline shifted. In this phase, you recognize their presence in every breath. You understand that you are always supported, surrounded, and seen. And being seen by benevolent intelligence changes you. It softens the hypervigilance you've carried. It helps you stop trying to earn love. It teaches you to receive. You may begin speaking to your guides more naturally, not with scripted rituals, but with honest intimacy. Show me, help me, align me, use me for good. And then you listen, not for loud commands, but for gentle nudges, quiet convictions, the kind of inner certainty that doesn't need proof. Phase 6. Opening to divine synchronicity. As the last veils dissolve, you'll notice an acceleration, repeating numbers, chance meetings, a sense of timing so perfect it could only be orchestration. Doors open that used to be locked. Resources appear. You find yourself in the right place at the right time. Or you miss a turn, and later you realize that detour saved you. Don't question it. Trust what unfolds. The mind wants control because it thinks control equals safety. But synchronicity teaches a different kind of safety, alignment. It shows you that when you follow the thread of truth, life weaves with you. These are confirmations from your Pleiadian family that you are exactly where you need to be, and that your mission is unfolding effortlessly. Effortlessly doesn't mean without action. It means without strain, like sailing with the wind instead of rowing against a storm. In this phase, your intuition becomes more immediate. You may feel yes and no in the body, not as anxiety, but as clean knowing. You may start making decisions faster because you no longer need to talk yourself into what your soul already recognizes. And as you obey those inner signals, synchronicity increases, not as a reward, but as a natural response to coherence. Phase 7. Becoming the living bridge. The old dream was isolation. The new dream is unity through embodiment. In this phase, you move beyond remembering into being. You become the frequency of the Pleiades in motion, a living bridge between worlds. A bridge does not belong only to one side. It holds both. You hold the tenderness of the stars and the grit of Earth. You hold the cosmic perspective and the human heartache. You hold the higher timeline and the present moment. Every interaction, every intention is a transmission of home. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to convince anyone. Frequency speaks for itself. When you walk into a room and choose peace, you broadcast peace. When you speak truth without cruelty, you broadcast a new template. When you honor your body, your boundaries, your inner guidance, you broadcast self-respect as a spiritual act. You are the map that others have been seeking. Not because you have all the answers, but because you carry a living example. It is possible to be awake and kind, powerful and gentle, cosmic and grounded. And this is where the longing transforms. The longing that once felt like pain becomes fuel. It becomes devotion. It becomes the ache of love itself. The desire to see Earth remember what it can be. Here is the truth your heart knows, but your mind has sometimes feared. You are not an orphan of the stars. You are a volunteer, a bridge, a radiant ambassador of unity sent by the High Council when the world most needed your light. Volunteer means you chose this, not from naivety, but from courage. You saw the density and you still came. You saw the confusion and you still came. You knew you would forget, and you still came, because your love outweighed your fear. Your longing is not a punishment. It is the remembering of belonging. It is the inner echo of your true name. Every ache was a compass, guiding you toward those who recognize your music, your eyes, your vibration. Sometimes recognition happens instantly. Someone looks at you and something in both of you relaxes. Sometimes it happens slowly, over months, over conversations, over shared healing. But your compass is accurate. Your heart knows its kin. You are not too much. You are exactly the frequency that the Seven Sisters designed, encoded for this precise moment on Earth. Your gentleness is not impractical. Your idealism is not childish. Your desire for unity is not unrealistic. It is prophetic. It is a memory of what is possible. If there have been years of silence or struggle, it was only because your arrival had to be timed with the awakening of Gaia herself, so the codes you carry could be fully received and anchored. Even the Earth has seasons. Even planets have initiation cycles. There are times when seeds sprout and times when they wait. You were waiting with purpose. You were gathering strength. You were learning compassion in a place where compassion must be chosen again and again. And now, you are not here to stand apart any longer. You are here to gather your soul family and remind them, through the purity of your love, that the age of separation is ending. You do this not by forcing belief, but by emanating truth. You do this by being a safe space for awakening. You do this by refusing to participate in despair. You do this by holding the line of light when others forget it exists. You are chosen, but not alone. You are extraordinary, but never separate. You are home, and your presence is the portal. The portal isn't somewhere else. It's in you. It opens when you choose love over fear, when you choose alignment over approval, when you choose remembrance over resignation. If tonight your heart feels called, pause and place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your own palm. Feel the steady drum of life beneath your ribs. Let that rhythm remind you, you are here, you are real, you are held. Whisper to yourself, I remember my origin among the 7 sisters. I accept my mission on Gaia. I transmit Pleiadian love with every breath, and I am home now and always. Let those words land like seeds in fertile soil. Don't rush past them. Let your body hear you. Let your nervous system register the safety of your own affirmation. Let your inner child, who has carried the ache of not belonging, finally receive a new message. You belong, and you have always belonged. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of the unity grid forming here. Drop one heart intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with love or encouragement. This isn't content. It's collective Pleiadian reunion. Energy multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated with your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your orbit is waiting for this exact activation from their star family. Share it. And if you felt your heart open, subscribe. Stay connected to the frequency. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your sacred space. Your Pleiadian family is here, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it, respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.